Temple Israel is welcoming, vibrant, energetic, soulful, and godly. Are those all adjectives?
They are.
Okay.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Temple Israel is my family.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
It is a part of my heart.
Hallelujah,
Temple Israel is home.
hallelujah. El Bikocho, hallelujah. Kia Uzo, hallelujah.
My father and mother joined Temple in 1936, and I was born in 1938.
My family goes way back in Temple Israel history.
I'd been unaffiliated for a really long period of time, and I came to a time in my life where it was time to re-examine my connection to Judaism. So we came to services one Friday night, and I felt like I was home.
The moment that I realized we were in the right place was actually the first time we walked into the synagogue. And we were welcomed by one of the volunteers, and they just interacted with us like we were old friends.
Temple Israel has for almost 150 years been the congregation of the entire community.
I think if we can bridge the gap between more of the older sense of our community and the younger and new coming in, I think that's going to be even better Temple than it already is.
That's my girl.
Music is a form of prayer for me, so it allows me to be a little bit closer to God.
When you look out and you see people praying and singing with me, I feel like they're being enveloped in the music of our tradition.
Being here at Temple Israel can be a sacred place because we're open to one another.
Take a moment now for our own personal prayers.
We can have those moments of silence and introspection even we're amongst 100 people.
There was one instance where I went to the hospital to visit someone who was ill, and right before I got into the room, she had passed away. And I was almost nervous to go in the room. But I found that my presence there and my connection with her two daughters over her while she was there, it really brought me to that sacred connection too.
The end of services when we all embrace each other and come together regardless of what we look like, what we believe, how we worship. That to me is what diversity feels like.
Jewish identity means a lot of things to a lot of different people. Here at Temple Israel as a Reformed congregation, our Jewish identity is based on being a welcoming congregation, open to people from all backgrounds, and we believe deeply in equality. So here, men and women, interfaith families, gay and lesbian families, all of those labels that society often puts on us. When you walk into this building, you're part of the Jewish community and you are as important as anyone else and you are equal to everyone else.
In 1986, I met my husband, and he was Greek. And so we got married in 1990. And years ago, that wasn't more or less the thing to do, but we did it, and we got a lot of calls from people that were in mixed marriages. How did we do it? And now, as time goes on, I'm glad that we did that because it's the way that life should be.
It's a great honor to have the leader of our city, our mayor, Mayor Horrigan, here to help us reflect on the fact that this is exactly what our cities need to be doing in getting together and making ourselves stronger.
And as a country, it seems like we've somehow lost a little bit of our compassion for people, or we've lost a little bit of that, hey, how can we accept people a little bit more, which makes, I think, these conversations that much more important. When you know people are beside you and you know when they're trying to help you, I think that makes the community that much stronger.
It is a simple message written on a card posted to the front of Temple Israel in Akron. Please accept our heartfelt sympathies and condolences on desecration of Pittsburgh community.
On Sunday morning after the Tree of Life Synagogue was attacked in Pittsburgh, our door was filled with notes and cards and a beautiful chalk drawing that said, "You are loved." They were from our friends at the local mosque and many churches where we have programs throughout the year. We have such deep relationships with our neighbors, our interfaith neighbors.
I think we connect with other communities and help them as much as they help us.
I also think it's really important for us to be involved, not just to help other people, but to give face to Jewish identity. Not everybody knows a Jewish person.
Because I go to a school where there's one other person that's Jewish besides me.
People just don't know us. They don't know the Jews. They don't know the Muslims, and therefore they hate. We need to educate. And the outreach that we have with not just our friends at the mosque, but our friends at the other churches in town is so important. Teaching hate is not a good thing, but teaching love is fantastic.
Blessed are you, God, who brings forth bread from this earth and brings forth relationships from our neighbors that we hope bring us to a world that is filled with peace.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
When I first came to Temple Israel, I was shocked at how people volunteer here. We overflow from volunteers. People take such pride in their work here. They want to put their time in, and that's not true everywhere.
People get out in the community and help. So our kids are out in a garden, getting their hands dirty, and planting and helping the world in a way that's through a Jewish lens.
Temple has been helping Family Promise for more than 10 years.
My name's Dave.
My name's Storm.
We're here through Family Promise.
We are a host congregation. So we have families come and stay at Temple for a week at a time, overnight.
Just nice to have a place you don't have to share with people you're not comfortable with.
So we need to go out and help those folks. That's, I think, what it's all about. And I think as Jews, that's what we need to do, is do outreach, help people who aren't as fortunate as we are.
I really want to create community and make that the core of our education program, that this is their community.
I think the mood setting of Rosh Shabbat was one of my favorite. I hadn't had that experience at Temple before, and it made me want to bring my other friends that are not even Jewish to come and experience it.
At Simchat Torah, when the kids were confirmed, Rabbi Josh does this amazing thing where he unscrolls the Torah from end to end, and the whole community is surrounding the kids, and the kids are right in front of the Torah, and they get to see up close the words, the letters.
This year we took the kids to Washington, D.C., where teenagers get to learn to lobby.
My name's Sonia Piedradetsky. I'm a 10th grader at Revere High School, and I have a friend that I grew up with, and she moved to Parkland, Florida, and she was involved in the shooting that happened at Stoneman Douglas, and that was the first time that gun violence has hit so close to home. She watched her best friend get shot right in front of her, and that made me realize that that could really happen to anyone, and for me to take action.
It was really important for the kids to connect that how can these things that are so important to them right now, how that connects to Jewish values.
And so it was inspiring to watch our kids walk into our representative's office and tell them that they care about what's happening in our country and that they care because they're human beings and they're Americans, but they also care because they're Jewish.
Please join us in the social hall for the Oneg. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom, and thank you to the future of our synagogue right here. Thanks, everybody.
Hallelujah.
Right now, I feel the breath of life surging through this congregation, and I know that that's exactly what we're going to be able to sustain.
And I feel very, very lucky that I found the Akron Jewish community in Temple Israel specifically.
When you walk in, you know that this is a place where you know other people and they know you, and you're loved, and that love is a part of our Jewish tradition and a bright Jewish future.
And you can find yourself connected in some way to either me, the rabbi, or this really special congregation?
I love Temple Israel because it is a part of my heart and a part of my soul. People have asked me why I am president and why I do all these different things that I do. I have to. And the future of Temple Israel and the future of Judaism, not in the world, but in Akron, Ohio, I think relies on Reformed Judaism and my temple, Temple Israel.
We are Temple Israel, and our moment is now.
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 We are Temple Israel. Our moment is now.
We are Temple Israel, and our moment is now.
Hallelujah.